I should probably change my clothes. Area 88. So Area 88 was originally a manga written by Kaoru Shintani that ran from 1979 to 1986 with 172 chapters over 23 volumes. Which I have not read. 2 anime were made from it, a 1985 3-part OVA and a 2004 12-episode TV series. Today we'll be looking at the 1985 OVA. Made by Studio Pierrot and directed by Hisaki Toriyami, it was released between February 5th, 1985 and August 15th, 1986, and it came to North America twice. Once by US Manga Corp on VHS in 1992 or 1998. I keep finding conflicting dates. And on DVD in 2000, though only the first part was released on DVD. Then by ADV in 2006. Set during the late 70s, early 80s in the fictitious Middle Eastern kingdom of Arslan. That's in the middle of a civil war. A young airline pilot, Shin Kazuma, is out drinking with his friends when he is tricked into signing up for the Arslan Foreign Legion and is sent to the titular Area 88. So Shin is forced to fight 3 years in a Foreign Legion, despite not wanting to. And the only way for him to get out is to serve his 3 years, pay a fine of $1.5 million, presumably US dollars. Or he could desert and risk dying in the desert or being hunted down and executed. Shin's ultimate goal is to pay the fine and get back to Japan. There's also a couple of subplots, everything from Shin's girlfriend trying to get him back, to the friend that signed him up for Area 88 trying to climb the corporate ladder. As well as small side stories for most of the cast. For the most part, Area 88's a drama. There is, however, a decent amount of levity, as well as some romance that helps drive the plot. The show does draw inspiration from the Vietnam War. All the pilots at Area 88 are required to purchase their own planes, fuel, and ammunition. Area 88 hosts a whole lot of characters, each with their own reason to be there. Shin Kazuma wants nothing more than to get out of Area 88. He truly hates being there and killing people. However, it seems as though every time he's close to buying his way out, he hits a setback. Mickey Simon is a Vietnam War veteran, who, having a hard time adjusting to civilian life, signed up to join the Arslan Foreign Legion. He is the second best pilot at Area 88, and he becomes good friends with Shin. Greg Gates is a Danish mercenary, who laughs in the face of danger, oftentimes just barely making it back, usually in a severely damaged jet. Satoru Kansaki is an old friend of Shin's. He is the one who is responsible for tricking Shin into signing up for a mercenary group. He lies and cheats his way up the corporate ladder, and even tries to make Ryoko sleep with him in exchange for favors. You're supposed to hate him, and the show gives you every reason to. I mean, there are few characters I want to punch in the face as much as this guy. Ryoko Suzumo is the daughter of the CEO of Yamato Airlines, and the love interest to Shin. She believes Shin is alive and will one day return, although she has no proof of this. McCoy runs Area 88's supply shop. And though he does sell faulty equipment at a discount, he does really care for the men at Area 88. Rocky is a Japanese photojournalist. Living in England, Rocky has few ties with Japan. However, he does come to Area 88 because he heard of a lone Japanese pilot. Then there's Saki Veshtal. He's the commanding officer at Area 88. Not always the most trusted man at Area 88, he does trust his men and is a rather competent pilot. There are several more characters, but it would take some time to go over all of them. The show gives you a false sense of security, making you think no harm will come to certain characters. Yet people die, and no one is safe from this, really adding to the tragedy that is Area 88. So the 1985 version of Area 88 has 2 English dubs, the US Manga Corp dub and the ADV dub. The US Manga Corp dub is bad, just really bad.
I'm the one who put his bag out in the sun.
Honestly, at its best, it's just bad, and at its worst, it's downright awful. The ADV dub is fine. It's serviceable. It's not the best, but it's competently performed, and it does what it needs to do. The animation is pretty nice, especially during the fight scenes, and though it is toned down for the rest of the film, those fight scenes are just gorgeous. The characters are well designed. The characters are relatively realistic looking, yet still have a unique feel. Most of them would stand out, especially alongside other characters from other animes, without resorting to outlandish costumes or hairstyles. The mechanical designs are also really good, though they're all based on real jets. The music is ultimately forgettable. That's not to say that it's bad, it's competently composed, and it fits the mood it's trying to get across. But for the life of me, I could only remember one of them and had to keep looking up the rest. The one I remember being How Far to Paradise by Derek Jackson, and it is a treat to listen to. I could listen to it all day. Area 88 was a bit of an emotional roller coaster that I was not expecting. I was expecting something a little more dated and campy. But what I got was something that holds up really well and was a tragic tale that got me fully invested. Especially the end, which, despite being amazing, had me yelling at my screen. And though I will say, despite the ending seeming to be a bit of a rushed conclusion to an incomplete story, it was satisfying and it did conclude everyone's individual story. So do I recommend it? Yes, of course. It's a fantastic anime full of thrills and excitement, especially for a show I thought was just going to be Top Gun the anime. But instead, I got more than just that. So, go out and watch this classic as soon as you can, and until next time, have a good life.